Hi everybody, Catfish Jones here. It is a glorious day. It was a little chilly this morning, but this afternoon is just magnificent. I'm gonna have the windows down a touch. Get to a good spot. But I'm sure I'll have to roll them back up before the highway. Did a little bit of YouTube catch up this morning. Caught up with the Timber Drifter, a channel I like to watch. More than a piper, a bit of an adventurer. And the vlog I caught of his was about micro adventures. Adventures in, less than a mile from your home, less than a day trip. Just short little things that gets one out of doors into the wonderful outside and back in time for supper. And now that we've had a bit of a time change, I'm not sure if you guys noticed that or not, there's a little bit more sunshine in the evening hours, which for me, theoretically, I could do a car talk and a pipe walk in the same night. I don't know that I will, but I could. Yes, indeed, a bit of a time change. And if you guys are somewhere maybe somewhere in the States where there was not a time change, or perhaps somewhere outside of the States that doesn't do time change, make sure to leave a comment. Tell me what you think of all this silliness. I know that I'm not a fan of the silliness. But one must abide in the society we live in. Society has chosen for us that this is a good idea. We are not necessarily given an option to vote for or against. It just is. I personally would prefer a little more of a natural time setting. I don't know about you, but my body really understands time. Sometimes better than my brain does. And since this time change, sleeping for me has been very odd. Because on last Sunday at 2 a.m., it became 3 a.m. So when it's time for me to go to bed, my body says, nah, you still got an hour, you're cool, man. We're cool. Just play a little longer. But my brain says, no, you need to go to bed because of this time change. And then 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, my body's just like, yeah, well, I'll show you, Mr. Brain. Think you know what time to go to bed? I'll tell you what time it is to get up. I pity the fool, don't get up at 2 a.m. I don't think my body really said I pity the fool. In words, at least not in so many words. But I'll be dogged if I wasn't up at 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. I did get to sleep until 4 this morning, which was nice. Very nice. And that makes very little sense, but my body knows that it's not natural. It's chemically man-made. Now is the time for the windows to be up so the wind, the draft, the blast doesn't get up on me. Not natural, chemically man-made, these time changes. But fortunately, very fortunately, that was a rock that hit my windshield and didn't crack it. Fortunately, we are flexible beings, us humans, and can adapt to time changes. And these fun little things, these changes in time, provide us the opportunity to practice that flexibility. I hope your time change was well. As for me today, like I say, it is just gorgeous. There is not a cloud in the sky. And while I could get this rolling on the upload, my thumbnail made, I could continue on and do a little bit of a pipe walk. I might save that for another day. I've actually been looking into a little more than micro adventures, some day trips. This weekend I went on a day trip, about 3 hours away, and back the same day. But with that, I just went up to Nebraska to see my papa. Well, my mama and my papa. My dad had got a new guitar, and I wanted to come up and just jam some tunes with him. Very therapeutic. So much fun. Worthwhile time spent. And I had intended to do a little bit of... Whoa, now, what was that all about? Hi! Whee! I was saying, while I had intended to do a little vidya, maybe a little time lapse on the road, maybe a little bit of things up there, I chose not to. I thought that it was a little more, I don't want to say sincere, but a little more worthwhile to just spend the time with my folks. And there will be other times, other day trips, other things. Oh, goodness. Got some people navigating and communicating up here, but not so much aviating. Who, the what, where, why? All right. When morons must, morons must. I'm just gonna lower my speed so I'm not getting in their way, being idiots or what have you. They went on ahead. I got off onto my exit. And the best part about that exit, ooh yeah, I can get these windows down. We'll breathe again. Breathe again, breathe again. Was that a song? Was that a song in the 90s? I may never breathe again. Yep, I bet it was. I bet that was Tony Braxton. Why do I know these things? And that song will now be stuck in my head for the remainder of the week, if not longer. Because my brain works like that. Because I let my brain work like that. Breathe again, breathe again. And I will never breathe again. Yep. Well, I hope it's in your head too. I hope you've enjoyed this little car talk with Catfish. Don't know so much about a time change, but perhaps I will, since I spent about half of the talk on our time change, maybe I will reference the time change in the title. But here I am at my driveway. And I'm going to wrap it up right here because I had fun talking, jawing, little jaw jacking and modulating. Whew. Well, that little guy got out of the, what? Make sure my windows are up. Make sure I don't have a little bit of my tail sticking out there. Yeah. So this was Catfish Jones on Car Talk with Catfish for today. What was today, the 13th? I believe today was the 13th of March. Does that mean tomorrow is the Ides? Is it the 14th of March that is the Ides of March? Beware the Ides of March? I believe it is. I'll have to check into my Shakespeare to see when exactly the Ides of March are, is, was, were. I don't know if that's plural or singular. Hold on now. I knew that was going to happen again. Because this thing does not sit well. It does not sit well. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. It's been a fun one. like I say, I'm glad you guys got to travel along with me, ride a little shotgun over there in the side seat, co-pilot. And we'll look for you again very soon. If not sooner, at least a vlog in the morning. I've got some plans, and not to spoil too much, but with a normal reaction show coming up this weekend for St. Patrick's Day, I usually like to do a bit of a teaser, do a normal reaction song on the vlog, so you can look forward to a little bit of that. And heck, maybe even between now and then, I'll think of an ending. But until then, I'm going to wrap it up right here. Hope you guys are well. Hope everything is swell, hip, and groovy. And until I see you again, very much from the bottom of my heart, cheers.